Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rakibul Islam, ID 221-14458. This presentation making for Dr. Muhammad Abdul Rauf sir. Today's my presentation topic is concept of hypothesis. So, what is hypothesis? A hypothesis is a formal tentative statement of the expected relationship between two or more variables under study. A hypothesis helps to translate the research problem that objective into a clear explanation or prediction of the expected result or outcome of the study. Hypothesis is a tentative explanation for an observation phenomena or scientific problem that can be tested by further investigation. Characteristics of hypothesis. So there are many kind of characteristics of hypothesis. Hypothesis should be clear and precise. Hypothesis should be capable of being tested. Hypothesis should be state relationship between variable. Hypothesis should be limited in scope and must be specific, and many other things. So now we know types of hypothesis. There are 6 types of hypothesis, that is simple hypothesis, complex hypothesis, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, logical hypothesis, statistical hypothesis. Null hypothesis denoted by H0, alternative hypothesis denoted by H1. Let's get more detail. Simple hypothesis. Simple hypothesis is that one in which there exists relationship between two variables. One is called independent variable or cause and other in dependent variable or effect. For example, smoking leads to cancer. Complex hypothesis. Complex hypothesis is one in which as relationship among variable exist. In these types, dependent as well as independent variable are more than two. For example, smoking and other drug leads to cancer. Tension, chest infections, etc. Then we know null hypothesis, which is denoted by H0. A null hypothesis exists when a researcher believes there is no relationship between the two variables, as there is a lack of information to state a scientific hypothesis. This is sometimes to attempt to disprove or discredit. For example, there is a significant change in my health during the time when I drink green tea only or root beer only. None, for example, a researcher wants to test the hypothesis that population mean is equal to hypothesized mean is 0 equal to 100. Then the null hypothesis should be stated as the population mean is equal to the hypothesized mean 100. Symbolically, it may be written as this type of figure. Alternative hypothesis. The alternative hypothesis is denoted by H1 or HA. If simple results do not support this null hypothesis, then it is called as alternative hypothesis. If H0 is accepted, then it implies that H1 being rejected. On the other hand, if H0 is rejected, it means that HA is being accepted. So one is rejected, another is accepted. Logical hypothesis. Directional hypothesis predict the direction of the relationship between the independent and dependent variable. For example, two girls' ability of learning moral science is better than boys. Statistical hypothesis. A hypothesis which can verified statistically called statistic hypothesis. The statement would be logical or illogical, but if statistic verifies it, it will be statistical hypothesis. So thank you. This all about my presentation. These presentations we know about hypothesis, characteristics of hypothesis, hypothesis types. So thank you everyone. Assalamu alaikum.